I'm recording now and gonna let Craig into the Zoom. Doot doo ba boop boop ba doop boop boo doo boop boop ba doo 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 ba boo. Oh man!
Hello. Hi.
Wow, you are looking good.
Thank you.
This is amazing. Should put
New
these
look
on, I guess.
for me. It's a new look.
You look fancy, and it's only appropriate that you look fancy because this is the fancy episode. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg.
I'm talking about lettuce. I'm talking about lettuce.
I'm Craig Benzine.
Lettuce.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. I knew you were going to do that.
You didn't know.
I did. I did know it,
No.
and I thought
No.
it was great. I thought it was
Okay.
Lettuce.
Man,
Sometimes
so
it's not about being surprising. It's about doing what is expected, you know?
It looks like you got in a fight with a cat.
No, it looks like I am a cat, actually.
Okay, a cat who got in a fight with a cat.
Why do I look like, I guess, scratches?
It looks like you got clawed.
My daughter made me a cat. She made me into a cat.
Your daughter is magic?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Meow.
Man. Oh, look at you. You're even meowing. That's what cats say.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Did you ever see the movie Cats?
No. I hear that there's a musical based on the movie as well.
I don't know about that, but the movie
Okay.
is terrific. It's honestly, it's one of the best movies I feel that I've
Yeah.
seen with the title Cats in a long time.
Yeah. There's really only one movie called Cats, and that's Cats.
That's why it ranks like in the top 10. That's why
Yeah.
it's definitely in the top 10 of the movies called Cats that I've seen.
Now, compare it to other movies though, besides movies called Cats.
Yeah.
Like how is it?
Not good. No, not good in the least. Although I will say, and listen, I'm not a furry,
Yeah.
but I will say that Taylor Swift in a tight cat costume, pretty damn
Yeah.
sexy. Even if they have digitally removed her butthole, she was still pretty sexy. Did you hear that they digitally removed the buttholes from the cats?
I did not hear that. No.
Yeah.
I mean, cat buttholes all over the place would be a little upsetting. I understand.
I mean, originally they were like, you know what? Let's just show cats, buttholes and all. And then they shot the movie with buttholes. And then I think that they looked at the movie and they were like, you know what? I think there's too many buttholes.
Yeah, I feel like that's an odd choice. Did they think they were making a documentary? Did they think that they were making a cat documentary? They wanted to keep it real.
I don't know about that. All I know is that in the scenes where you see the cats pooping, it's disconcerting that the poop seems to be coming out of nowhere. I mean, you can't see the butthole, so the poop just seems to be materializing out of and there are a lot of pooping scenes in that movie.
Okay, that seems like an odd choice as well, and
Yeah,
I don't think that that's true.
No,
I
it
don't
is.
think that's
like
true.
literally,
Yeah.
like a third of the movie is cats pooping scenes.
Are you sure you watched the movie Cats?
You know what? Now that I think about it, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
Schindler's List.
Okay.
Is what I
No,
was
no, there's
watching.
no cat pooping in that. There's no cat pooping in Schindler's List.
There's not? Okay, so
No.
God, maybe it was. What's the movie about the two gay cowboys? I wish I
Brokeback
could.
Mountain?
I wish I could quit you. Is it called I Wish I Could Quit You?
No, they say that in the movie. It's called Brokeback Mountain.
Why didn't they call the movie I Wish I Could Quit You?
Probably because it's not as good of a name, not as good of a title as Brokeback Mountain.
What are you like a title expert? What do you run a title company?
I just have opinions.
Okay.
And yeah. Greg, Happy New Year.
Oh my gosh, Happy New Year to you. Listen, this is the fancy episode and we are dressed up,
Yeah.
or at least I am.
Okay. I'm wearing a suit jacket.
You're wearing a jacket. Yeah, I
Yeah.
went full tux. I don't know why you didn't go full tux.
Well, because I don't have one, and you said go full tux like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago, Craig. What? They don't have
Yeah.
tux rental places in Madison? You can't just go rent a tux?
Greg, I could, yes, but I feel like you
Here's
you
what
live in
here's
a
what here's what
you
you
live
sound
in a
here's what
city.
you sound
You
like
live-
right now.
No,
Hang on,
I don't
here's
want
what
to
you
hear
sound
it.
like.
I want to hear what it sounds.
That's what you sound like.
Now listen, you live in a big city, Greg. You live in Los Angeles.
I do. It is a big city.
It takes longer to get places in Los Angeles than even it does here. So why would you think that I could get Tux in 10 minutes?
Well, I don't understand. Well, I don't understand why people say it takes so long to get places. Like I went to my neighbor's house, my next door neighbor's house yesterday. It took me like 10 seconds to get there. Like literally, I walked out my door, and 10 seconds later, I was at my neighbor's front door. Like it's so quick to get to certain places in LA. I don't understand why people are like, oh, it's such a big deal. Ooh, you got to drive everywhere.
Well, you do have. When we're talking about places you have to drive to, Greg, I'm not talking about places you walk to.
Okay.
Places that are in walking distance. Walking distance is the same everywhere.
Let me just tell you something. I don't understand why people like think cars are so important. If I were to have gotten in my car yesterday and driven to my next door neighbor's house, it would have taken like 2 minutes because by the time you get in, you got to go out, you got to close the garage door. I park in a garage, by the way. And I don't mean to brag.
Is that bragging?
My garage. I mean, I park in a garage.
Okay.
Listen, that's what I do.
That's a weird brag, but okay. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't mean to show off, but I park in a garage.
Cool. Yeah. That's great.
Anyway, by the time you get in there, you got to open the garage door. Then you got to back the car out. Then you got to close the garage door.
Yeah.
You got to put. You
don't have to.
You got to put on your seatbelt. You got to connect your phone to the charger. You got to like choose some music to play. Put on Waze, or another map application.
If you were driving to your next door neighbor's house, you wouldn't have to do.
You have to do all this stuff when you drive. I know we both agree on that. And and then it's like 2 minutes later when I could have just walked there in 10 seconds. So Craig, you're just not making any sense.
No, Greg, I'm talking about places that you do have to drive to. I'm talking about places that aren't in walking distance.
And what I'm saying is you don't have to drive to your next door neighbor's house. It's not necessary.
That's true. You know what?
Okay,
we agree.
Thank you. Finally.
No. We all have always agreed on that. You didn't convince me of anything.
This is our last recording.
You didn't
this
win
is our
any
last
argument.
recording of the year 2022. It won't air until like the middle of January. It won't be released, I should say. It doesn't really air. These things don't air.
No. I mean, it'd be great if we got a TV show.
Oh my God. If this was a TV show, I would watch every episode. I would be like the only viewer.
Yeah. Is that a brag of some kind?
I guess it would. Well, it's a private show. It would be a private TV show. It would air only on one television, and it would be mine.
Okay, you could do that actually now. You could connect your computer to your TV.
I feel like we need a TV show. I feel like we need some good news because did you see the bad news about two guys talking about lettuce this week? Did you see did it arrive in your email, the bad news?
No, I did not see the bad news.
Well, I hate to tell you this, especially since we're trying to start a new year off in a positive way, but we have slipped down 8 spots to the number 188 top comedy podcast of Bulgaria. We were 180, and now we're number 188.
That seems very low. That just seems very, very low for a podcast to be.
Yeah, I'm just honestly I'm sad about it.
Yeah. Okay. You have more to say?
Nope. That's all I have to say.
Okay. I feel like this is the most inconsequential thing that I put a lot of effort into is this podcast.
All right, can we just take a moment though to just address Bulgaria directly? Because, I mean, I don't understand. Like, we're doing quality podcast work here, and we have slipped 8 positions in Bulgaria. I mean, I just want to say, Bulgaria, what the shit, man? What the shit, Bulgaria?
No, Greg, I feel like when you're that low in the charts already, 8 positions isn't that much. I feel like there's barely anyone listening anyway. So, like, 1 or 2 people, it probably would drop you 5 spots.
Let me tell you something. 8 positions. 8 positions is a big deal. I once had a girlfriend in college, and she liked to do 8 positions when we had sex. And that's very difficult just to come up with.
That's a lot
with 8 different positions. I know
that is a lot.
And how much time do you give each one? An hour and a half.
Oh my God.
I mean, before you know it,
oh my God.
like the whole day is gone. And frankly, it's exhausting. I don't think that anyone likes to have sex for that long.
No one does.
Yeah.
No one does.
I mean, we would go.
No one does. No one has sex that long.
13,
no one does
14 hours sometimes.
Oh my God. That's terrible.
It's
That's
exhausting.
awful.
Yeah, it's exhausting. And the whole time we're like,
I feel like that would be bad for like it'd be painful.
It was very painful. And the whole time we're going like, why does everybody like this? This hurts.
Yeah. Oh, both of you?
Yeah. We're like, this hurts so much.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you stop then? Who was making you do that?
Can I blame Bulgaria again? Can I say it's Bulgaria's fault?
I mean, you could. Have you ever been to Bulgaria?
No, that's probably why we're so low on the charts there. If we went there, if we made an appearance, it'd be like, oh, we got to support these guys. They came all the way out to Bulgaria, and we brought lettuce with us. Like, they're like, oh, what is this green leafy stuff? Oh, and we're like, oh, this is what lettuce is.
Okay,
and
they don't know what lettuce is in Bulgaria?
They don't. Of course they don't. That's why people listen to the podcast. They're like, what is this lettuce that they're talking about? What is this thing?
Okay, great. All right. Okay.
Why? Like, don't give me that. What do you? Come on, you're a kitty cat. Don't you talk to me like that, kitty cat? Don't you give me that attitude?
Maybe what could we do? Maybe we should title this one like "We Love Bulgaria" or something.
Listen, we would, but it's already called the fancy episode.
Is it called that?
Yeah. Well, sure. I'm wearing a tux. You're not.
Wow, you look so angry when you say that.
It's just that I went to the trouble to text you, remember to wear a tux, and then you show up with a suit jacket and a t-shirt. Like you're on some episode of Miami Vice.
I do have a cat face.
I know. Like every episode I saw of Miami Vice had a guy like in a t-shirt and a suit jacket with a cat face.
No, that's not true.
It's not?
No. I actually like the style.
How do you know what episode I've seen?
You know what? I don't know that I've ever seen a full episode of Miami Vice.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I guess I have to defer to the expert.
Listen, if you ever watch Miami Vice, I'm talking about the original with Don Johnson and Don Jackson. If you watch the movie, there's a great comedy team, Don Johnson and Jackson. Don Johnson had a kitty face in every episode of Miami Vice, and that's what made the show so popular. That and his T-shirts that he wore under his suit jacket.
Not true. I feel like I'd remember that he had a kitty face.
Nope.
I think that would be a talking point. That would be a.
But you never saw the show, so you don't know.
No stars of any other show has kitty face. I feel like that would be a defining feature of the show that I would have heard about, but I don't think so.
Okay, well, what you've done now is you've caught me lying about something, and I'm embarrassed, but hopefully this embarrassment will be fun for our Bulgarian listeners, and we'll go up 7 more spots.
This happens a lot, Greg. You lie a lot.
Yeah, I do. Let's tell the truth.
You feel bad about it, but you should probably just not lie then.
Let's listen. People, listen. This is a new year. It's 2023 when people are listening to it. It's still 2022 for us. We're recording this December 29th. Is this the 29th?
Yes.
And I'm so excited for people to hear this next year. They're not going to hear it this year. They're going to hear it next year.
Yes.
But next year, 2023, there's some big news happening. Let me ask you something. Do you like stand-up comedy? Do you enjoy the stand-up comedy?
I do.
Okay, great.
I like it.
Then you're going to be happy about this news because one of our greatest stand-up comedians of all time, the legendary Bill Cosby, is touring in 2023. And I know everybody's excited. Everybody loves Bill Cosby. He's America's dad. He's one of those guys we look up to. He's done great work. He's always funny. He's family friendly. That's one thing people love about Bill Cosby is that he is family friendly.
I did see that headline that he was going to tour.
Isn't that fantastic? I am just so excited. And listen, and it's one of those things like it doesn't matter how much tickets cost. They might be $300 a ticket.
Yeah.
We're all going. We're all going.
Greg.
Yes.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you? You look so expectant, like you expect me to say something.
Yes. What do you have? What do you have for me? What's next? What's next on the docket?
Well, Bill Cosby's a problematic figure. Greg.
Oh, why is that? Are you saying that because what's the matter? It's because he's black? Why are you saying that? What do you have against black people?
No. That's not it.
Huh? Is it because he's a doctor?
He's been accused.
It's because he's a doctor, because he has a doctorate?
He's been accused by... No. Why would that matter?
I don't know. Because he didn't really earn a doctorate. He was just given a doctorate. That's probably what you're about to say, right? You're like, his school just gave him a doctorate.
No.
Where other people had to work really hard for it. And I know that upsets some people, but look, when you are as beloved a figure as Bill Cosby, and everybody, no one has a bad thing to say about you, then
that might have been true. Or at least to the public, it was true. But Greg, he was accused of doing horrible things to women, multiple times, many women, and I think did he go to jail for it? He was
okay. Look, I think I know what you're referring to, but I want to clarify something, because I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt. The reason why Bill Cosby was accused by multiple women of drugging and raping them, in case anyone doesn't know, the reason why he was accused of doing that was because he did that. Okay, so can we just leave the guy alone already? Like, can we just give him a break? You know, like, once you realize the reasoning behind it of why all these women are saying that, you know, you're like, oh, okay, I see what the reasoning behind it is. You know, let's give the guy a break already.
Wait. Okay, so I'm with you up until you see the reasoning behind it, but then you make the leap to giving him a break.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, how do you feel about Jeffrey Dahmer, for instance?
Look, Jeffrey Dahmer, I feel like Jeffrey Dahmer got a bad rap just for the sole reason that he murdered and ate people. Now, look, I want to point out, Bill Cosby has not been approved to murder or rape anyone. No one has approved him of doing that. That's what I meant to say that. Or accused.
Yeah.
He's never been accused of murdering and eating anyone. That's what I meant to say. Murdering and eating is what I meant to say.
Right.
He did drug and rape many women over the course of his life and career. And he's a piece of shit. And I just want to point out to everybody that I'm joking when I try to defend him. He's an absolute piece of shit, and I hope that he dies soon. It's amazing that he beat the rap and was able to get out of prison on a technicality. It just makes you feel horrible about our legal system in this country.
Yeah. Wow, you've changed in the course of your statement.
Yes,
now.
I know. Listen, before it was jokey me. It was me being hilarious. And now it's real me letting you know that I think that Bill Cosby is an absolute piece of shit, and I certainly hope he dies soon. And the only good thing about Bill Cosby right now is that he's fucking blind, and I hope that he's constantly like bumping into walls and puncturing his eyeball open on a nail that's sticking out of the wall. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I guess we're on the same page here then.
Good. What page is that?
Yeah. So you're not going to see him on tour then. You're not
You know, I'm going to skip this one. Besides that, I'm busy that night. I've already got tickets for Louis C.K. So
all right.
I'm very busy.
I mean, okay. Louis C.K. also there's issues around,
not quite as bad, but bad.
No. Yes.
But bad. Still bad.
Sure.
Yeah. Glad we could talk about comedy.
But you're going to go
comedy.
See. Yeah.
I am not going to see Louis C.K. Let me tell you something. You know what? You know what? Actually, listen. I was not going to say the worst part. The worst part is all the drugging and the raping and the masturbating. Like, that's in front of women. Yeah. That's the worst part. Another bad part to me is that these events, let's just call them, these situations, have ruined what used to be two of the best stand-up comics that we've had.
Yeah.
Like, in my lifetime.
I saw Louis C.K. live. I thought it was great.
I have seen Louis C.K. live, and I've seen Bill Cosby live back in like the 80s or early 90s. Probably the 80s I saw Bill Cosby live, back when he was still revered and when he really was America's dad. And I saw Louis C.K. in a small club with Kim at Largo here in L.A., took her there. He announced an 8 o'clock and a 10 o'clock show, and they sold out in like the first 3 minutes, and so I couldn't get tickets. And then he added a midnight show. And I immediately went on and bought tickets to the midnight show before that sold out. And we're not people who stay up that late. So we stayed up until like 2 in the morning listening to him do a long, long set. And he ended the set, since it was his last show of the night, by pulling out a notebook and saying, like, all right, I'm just going to try some ideas that I had. And, and he says, these aren't like fully committed bits yet. And so then he proceeded to like do these things which sounded like Louis C.K. Routines, but they had no jokes in them. And it was kind of fascinating because he was just talking, and then he masturbated in front of the whole audience.
Okay,
I thought that was weird, but it kind of was funnier than a lot of the stuff that he was trying out from his notebook.
Okay, all right. I mean, I feel like that would have been a red flag.
I mean, to be fair, he did say, "Is it okay if I masturbate in front of you guys?" And then he just started doing it, and we were all like, "I guess so, Mr. CK."
Yeah, that's kind of that. You don't want to see that.
It's weird It's weird that his last name is CK. Those are two of the letters of the word fuck. I don't know if you know that.
I did. I know how to spell, Greg. I know.
So that's kind of a warning sign right there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So like if letters that appear in swear words are around, that's a warning sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like if I say hello to you.
Yeah. Oh, then hell. It has hell in it. Yeah. And just like Bill Cosby, think about Cosby. You add one letter to it, you got Crosby, just like Bing Crosby. Bam, there you go.
That's not Bing Crosby is not a swear word.
No, I'm not saying it's a swear word, but I'm saying that he was a famous crooner. He used to sing. I used to sing songs. Do you like music?
Yeah.
Oh,
don't change the subject, right?
You were gonna love Bing Crosby if you like music.
Yeah.
You are gonna love Bing Crosby. That guy sang some songs.
Sure. Yeah, Woo! But what does that have to do with swear words? And
he used to swear all the time. Not a lot of people knew about it, but he was a potty mouth.
So Cosby sounds like Crosby.
That's
and
right.
Bing Crosby swears a lot. So it should have been a red flag. Is that what you're saying?
I have a feeling that Bill Cosby also swears a lot when he's not on stage.
Yeah, his whole thing was like, I don't swear.
Yeah.
But he seems like the kind of guy that when he's not on stage, he's like,
yeah, absolutely.
Jello pudding.
He did this one routine that I never liked, and I don't know why I never liked it. But what in this routine, he used to take women out, drug them, and rape them. And I was like, this is not a good comedy routine.
No, he didn't do that.
He actually did. He actually did do that. He did do that.
Not in public.
Maybe it wasn't a routine. Maybe I used. Maybe I misused the word routine.
Yeah, you might have. But the way that you said it, like it was like you enjoyed that routine.
No, I didn't say I enjoyed it. I'm saying that's a routine I did not enjoy. That's
but it's a routine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that's the whole time he was doing that. I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah,
I don't know about this. I don't think this is very funny.
No.
I'd like
Greg, what are your New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolution is to never ever make New Year's resolutions. How about you?
I'm quitting the smartphone for a year.
Okay, you could have done that May 11th. Why do it on January 1st? You could have easily done. You know what? May 11th. I'm gonna stop.
Didn't.
Yeah,
but I didn't do it then.
Yeah, and you know what? Why start January 1st? Why don't you go like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till February 6th. February 6th, I'm gonna quit my smartphone for a whole year.
Because then I wouldn't be doing it. I'm going to do it on January 1st.
All right. You could pick any day. Why don't you at least pick January 3rd? Give yourself like another couple of days at the beginning of the year to just sort of ease into the year and start January 3rd.
I might actually, because I need to transition my phone service over to another phone. So
Great.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I mean, and when I say that's very exciting, what I mean is I don't care. And now it's time for the Patreon bonus section starting now.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
That's the end of the Patreon-only bonus section. Oh, we had some laughs, didn't we?
We had some confusion, some frustration, and a lot of talk about crotches.
Yeah,
So,
we did. Most of the Patreon bonus section was crotch talk.
It sure was.
Yeah.
It sure was.
Yeah. Do you normally like crotch talk? Are you a fan of crotch talk?
I mean, it's fine.
Did you ever watch that?
I don't seek it out.
Did you ever watch that PBS series Crotch Talk?
No, that's not a thing.
It was. They had two commentators, and they would sit opposite each other, and they just do crotch talk. You know,
that might be crosstalk.
Crosstalk is what I meant.
Yeah.
Crosstalk. But most of the things that they would discuss would be about crotches. I do know that.
Would it? Or was that sort of like your reading of it? Was it?
Okay, that was my read. Now that you mention it, yes, I was misinterpreting things.
You always try to see everything as a metaphor about crotches. Is that it?
I guess. Now let me ask you something. Yeah. What's a metaphor? Is that like a simile?
Yeah, a simile is a type of metaphor, I believe.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And what is that? Like an onomatopoeia?
No. Not at all. An onomatopoeia is so
it's all like
a
the
word
same,
that
like
is also
thing.
the sound. Like
okay.
Pop.
So it's like the same thing.
No.
Yeah. So it's like toaster. Toaster would be an onomatopoeia.
Toaster is not an onomatopoeia. No.
Yeah. No. Spaghetti.
I mean, I guess if that's the sound you hear when you eat spaghetti.
Yeah. No, just when I listen to it. When I listen to spaghetti, that is the sound that I hear.
So I guess onomatopoeia is a matter of opinion because
because
people kind of hear different things.
What's an opinion? Is that like a metaphor?
No.
What is an opinion? What is an opinion a metaphor for? Is an opinion a metaphor for a simile?
No.
Okay, I feel like I'm having trouble understanding you. And
an opinion. Well, see, there's fact. An opinion is the opposite of a fact.
Okay.
Fact,
but an opinion can be a fact.
It can be,
yeah.
but then.
So why have two separate words? You know, my fact is they shouldn't have two separate words. You see, it works perfectly well.
I think if you
just to use the word fact,
if you treat a fact as an opinion, that's kind of problematic. You might not. What are you doing?
I'm just
what are you doing?
This is my listening face. I'm just listening to you. Go on, keep talking.
Okay. Greg is making a face like he's some sort of old butler who can't open his eyes very wide.
That's an old butler face to you?
Yeah.
That was
Oh, sir, would you like another Chardonnay?
No, I don't drink Chardonnay. Thank you, Jeeves. Is his name Jeeves?
Well, then why did you have the first one? If you don't drink them?
I was trying to be polite. You know, you just handed it to me. I'm like, I guess I'll drink this Chardonnay.
Yeah. I've been working for you for 40 years. Why don't I know what you drink?
I don't know, Jeeves. By the way, is your name Jeeves?
No.
What is your name?
No. Sigmund.
Oh man, that was good improv. You know, listen, there is nothing better than like when improv just really gets like right there in the pocket. I mean, that is good stuff.
Again, like the best part about improv is when you call it out, when you stop and you say, "That was good improv," or you know.
Well, that's how all improv scenes should end. Isn't this great improv? Sometimes you say it in the middle of an improv scene.
Yeah. I love it when I'm or in a play, like a scripted thing, like when you watch a play and the actor in the middle is like, "Boy, we're doing a great scene right now, aren't we?"
Yeah,
everybody.
God, I love that. All right, let's do another improv. Let's do another classic improv for people. I got an idea.
Okay.
Here's a relationship for us: psychiatrist and patient. You start.
Okay, which one am I?
Go. Doesn't matter. You whatever you start with, that's the one you are.
Okay. So, how's it going?
Well, you tell me how it's going. I'm the psychiatrist.
Well, I've been getting along better with my boss.
Good.
Lately.
Me too, but please allow me to talk because I was kidding when I said I was the psychiatrist. I'm really the patient.
We've talked about this. You need to decide who you are.
Maybe you need to decide who you are. That's coming from me, the psychiatrist.
Okay. All right.
And scene.
Boys, lock him back up.
That was great. That was so good.
Yeah.
God, we are good at improv. Oh, that was an improv scene, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. That was.
It seems like your version of improv is to wiggle your head a lot. It seems like that's what you do when you do improv.
Well, it's called the improv wiggle. It's
okay.
Just look it up. Just Google it right now. The improv wiggle. You'll see.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
it's very common in the world of improv.
Improv wiggle.
I took improv actually from. There's a group in Australia called the Wiggles, and I took improv from them. And they taught me the improv wiggle. And they're terrific, by the way. They all wear different brightly colored T-shirts. They're just they speak with an accent. They say things like "G'day, mate," and "That's not a knife. This is a knife," and things like that.
They say they quote Crocodile Dundee.
I guess so. I don't really know what that's from, but all I know is
Crocodile Dundee.
They're terrific. They are just terrific.
Okay. Well, the improv wiggle is not a thing. So
you Googled it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, I gotta admit, I know it's not a thing. Yeah. You know what that was?
You're lying again.
No. Well, I wasn't lying. That was more improv and scene.
Okay.
Did you like that?
I didn't even know I was in a scene.
You were, and this is another one. And scene.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
That was an improv within an improv within an improv. That was so deep. It's like improvception.
Sort of like that, yeah.
Some people call it imception.
Who calls it that?
Jerry Drambuie?
Jerry Drambuie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Greg.
Yes.
New Year's resolution. Give it to me.
I've never done New Year's resolutions. I don't believe in them. I feel like if you wait until January 1st to try to change something about your life, then you're just wasting time. And
I gathered that from you, but Greg, it works. It's arbitrary, but it works. I took a year off of no alcohol. I take a month off randomly all the time, and it works.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
You can take a month off randomly. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to wait till January 1st. Look, when I realized I needed to lose some weight, that was like in September. And I'm like, all right, I need to lose some weight. Bam. 3 months later, 22 pounds. Gone. As if by magic. And you know what, folks? It's that easy for everyone.
But yes.
No, I know it's not. I know
famously,
it's not.
Famously.
Yeah, I don't mean to make light of it.
But if you pick a specific day, this is the day I'm going to start doing this thing. That can work.
Yeah, I know, but you know, for me, you know what the specific day always is? Today.
Right. Okay.
I feel like whenever you decide, like, I want to change something about my life, you know, the best day to start it? Today. And I'm serious. That's why I don't do New Year's resolutions. When I realize something needs to be changed, I change it today.
Well, that doesn't always work for me.
Okay.
So there.
Like, everybody has their own method.
Yeah.
You know? Let me ask you this. Have you ever known a shapeshifter?
Have I ever what?
Have you ever known a shapeshifter?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they were, and I didn't know it. No.
You would know it because you see them. You see them shift their shape. It's fascinating.
Okay. No, I don't. They don't exist.
They do exist. I knew one in high school. It's the only one I ever knew. He could shift shape from a skinny guy into a really fat guy in only like 3 years.
Okay.
And it was very impressive. And I remember, like, when he did that, I was like, holy shit, this guy is a fucking shapeshifter.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. I know. I was very cursy in high school.
Okay.
I used curse words a lot.
So why do you bring up a shapeshifter?
That's what we were talking about.
Shapeshifting?
Yeah. Shapeshifting.
Okay.
You brought it up.
That's just someone who just decided to not pay that much attention to their diet over time. That's what that is.
I don't know. I mean, they shifted their shape is all I'm saying.
I mean, shift is a strong word. I feel like that's
Is it? I used to work the night shift. I used to have a job. I worked the night shift. Is that a strong word?
It does sound a little more immediate than like slowly, letting your body do its thing over a long period of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't know that you put time limits on things. I didn't know, it only counts if it happens in 1 hour or whatever.
Greg, is everything okay? I feel like you hate New Year's You hate this time of year. I feel like
I adore this time of year. Listen, it's the
you
most wonderful time of the year.
Even that, there's a hint of anger in the way you sing that.
We
like
are
behind your eyes.
shape-shifting left and shape-shifting right and getting fat or thin. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
I feel like, like behind the eyes, it's like there's like dread going on. What's happening, Greg? What's happening?
It's the most wonderful time.
And now you're withering.
Of the year.
What's happening?
I do wither sometimes. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Are you afraid of 2023? Is that
No, I'm not. No, actually, I have very high hopes for 2023. I think 2023 will be an excellent year, not only for you and me, but for every single person who listens to this podcast. Now, people who are not listening to this podcast, you know what I say? Fuck them. They're going to have a lousy 2023 because they have not committed to the joy of two guys talking about lettuce.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to get mad at them.
I am mad at them. We work so hard to entertain, and they're like, I don't want to hear entertainment.
Greg, how hard do you work? How long did you prepare for this episode?
I mean, I took a shower. I shaved. Look at this. I shaved my face. I took a shower. You know, there's a little gel in my hair. You know,
is this because of an?
I put on a tuxedo. I mean, look at this. I put on a tuxedo for you. This is look how nice this is.
It's untucked, like it's just what kind of pants you got? Are those pajama pants you got on? Sweatpants. Okay.
These are the standard pants that you wear with a tuxedo. I'm wearing sweatpants.
What else do you have going on today?
I'm gonna build some Legos with my son.
Okay. What did you have? Did you have an audition maybe or
nope
or something?
Nope. No? I literally put this on because this is the fancy episode. Look, it's the beginning of a new year, and I wanted to just start it off right. Because if there's one thing I love, it's New Year's resolutions. And I made the resolution that I want to start the year off right. Let's get fancy. Let's do the fancy episode. You know, that's just one of my many resolutions for the new year.
Is there anything else we need to do to be fancy?
You should be speaking in a British accent. I mean, I would appreciate that.
Oh.
Hello, Governor.
Hello there, Governor. You want your chimney cleaned? I'll clean your chimney for you.
Chim-chimmery, chim-chimmery, chim-chim-cherry.
We just lost all of our listeners in England. We just lost every single one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great. I love it. Oh man. Bye.
All right, so I've been making YouTube shorts. And this has nothing to do with clothing. This has nothing to do with the length of pants, Greg. Nothing to do with the play up the word short.
I never thought that it was.
Okay.
I never thought it was.
Okay. So I've been doing a bunch of them. I've been taking things from our episodes and making YouTube shorts. Nothing to do with clothing. Shorts, just like the length of the video.
And by the way, I know that you've been doing that because somebody texted me and said, I think someone's trying to make some money off of your content. Can you believe that someone would do this? And they went SMH, as in, and that's short for shaking my head. Yeah. And then they sent me a screenshot of the two guys talking about lettuce YouTube page. So when we find out who's been doing that, they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
I'm telling you now that it's me, and it's the.
Oh my God! I never
our YouTube.
I never expected it to come from the inside.
Yeah, well, it's you as well. It's like we're both co-owners of this channel.
I'm mad at me.
Yeah. Okay,
I am so mad at me.
Okay, you should be.
Have you monetized that channel yet? We should be making some cash off of that.
Well, we would need more subscribers.
What?
And more watch time to make that happen.
Really? Yeah. You know, back in the early days of YouTube when they, you know, when I think that you were one of the first, you know, partnered channels as well. I know that I was in the first 50 partnered channels. That's how much of an OG I am. You may have been also.
No, I was later. I was a little later than that. I think
I was very lucky. Back when I was in the first 50, they just gave me a set amount per month.
Yeah.
And I'm not
a
supposed
set
to.
amount of money per month?
Yes, they did.
Really?
When they were first trying out the partner program, they wrote me an email and they said if as long as you continue to make ad friendly content, we're going to put ads on your videos and we'll pay you $750 a month. And I was like, $750 a month? Why, that's crazy! I've been doing this for free. And I told them that, and I said, I refuse.
Oh, you refused the money.
I refused it. No, I didn't refuse it.
That's not the Greg I know.
I made $750 a month, and I was so happy to go from making 0 to $750 a month.
Yeah, and it never stopped, and that's still
that's the most I ever made in a month. As still later they changed it. They're like, well, maybe we'll pay you a little less because we've seen your stuff. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay, so you make okay. It sounds like a terrible deal, actually. Anyway,
yes.
Do something now that would make a good short.
Oh,
for the YouTube channel.
All right, great.
Yeah, yeah. What's happening? Are you okay? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Is that it? Was the short good? Did we make a good short?
No.
Here's the thing.
Actually, that is the short. That's what I'm going to use right there.
You know, it's weird that you would use that because this episode has been full of hilarious comedic moments that you could use, and you just chose to use that instead.
No, I'll probably use multiple. All the shorts that are up right now are from episode 3. There's a bunch of them.
Is it because you like the way you looked in those mirrored glasses?
Yes, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought so. I'm just glad we could get fancy like this.
I almost wore sunglasses for this, actually.
Yeah?
Would that have been fancy?
I mean, I feel like that would have been kind of a, like, oh, look at me, I'm wearing sunglasses kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Greg, when you get fancy, you're kind of an asshole.
It's true. Well, that's just another word for fancy.
Asshole? No, it's not.
I think so. That's what they call a metaphor.
I guess tickle your fancy.
Yeah.
Tickle your asshole.
I'll tickle your fancy. You know what I'm saying?
No. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
Oh, good times. All right, listen, I'd like to take a moment, in all seriousness, to apologize if I have been too aggressive in this episode, Craig. I want you to know that I value you as a friend, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. I love you, and I just want you to know that I don't want to upset you.
Thank you. You don't. I mean, I care far too little to be upset. So I care far too little about you to be upset, Craig, is what I'm saying.
Sorry,
whoa!
It's very windy here.
Oh, is it? What's happening?
The wind is blowing me back. It's so windy.
What wind?
I just was pretending. That's improv. I was pretending that. See, we're still doing that improv scene. You didn't realize this whole.
Which scene?
The whole. Well, since the last time I said "and scene," this has been another improv scene that we've been doing. This whole thing.
Oh my god!
And I thought, let's put some wind in there. You know?
Yeah. So on your deathbed, Greg.
Yeah.
When you're in your hospital bed and you're
no, it's not going to be
about to take your last breath.
It won't be a hospital bed.
Oh,
it's going to be a water bed. My deathbed's going to be a water bed, and I'm going to drown in it.
Okay, but before that, are you going to go end scene?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Yeah. You know what? I got to tell you something.
Yeah.
You've just put something in my mind I will never forget. And now, if I am dying and I know that I'm about to die, the last words I'm going to say are, and scene.
Great.
Because that is hilarious. If I say that and then I leave like my family with the story to tell for the rest of their lives, that my dad's last word, my dad was an actor. You know what my dad's last words were? And scene. I mean, now that's hilarious. It's really, really funny. I mean, you got to leave them laughing, as they say.
Yeah, it could be. It would depend though on people who know you would think it was funny. But if it were like a really serious actor, it would just be kind of like, get over yourself. You know, like you're taking it far too seriously.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's funny for anybody. I think it's funny for anyone. That is hilarious.
Okay. What should my last words be? I gave you yours. I just gave you your last words.
Yeah.
So what are mine?
I think that your last words should be just something sort of like innocuous, just something like, hey, I really think the Pretenders' first album was their best. And then you're just gone.
Yeah. Okay, which is weird because I haven't listened to them very much.
Well,
so
you do need to listen to them, and I want to correct you. It's not the Pretenders; it's just Pretenders. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it wrong in the hypothetical story that you said.
That's correct.
Yeah.
You said it wrong, and I'm calling you out on it. That's okay. I feel like that's my job. Do you know why I feel like I'm more aggressive and a little more upset? It's not because of the fanciness right now. It's because of what's going on in Bulgaria. It's really just thrown me. I'm so upset.
Yeah.
I'm so upset at all those Bulgarians for not standing by us when we need them the most.
Earlier, I said I care far too little about you to care that you're being an asshole. I didn't mean that. I do care, Greg. It is affecting me. Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry I said that.
It's okay. And I got to tell you something. You are one adorable kitty cat.
Thank you.
You really are. Look at you.
You do. It's weird that you always say that to me, and now it finally makes sense.
Yeah, now it makes sense. You're adorable. Look at you little kitty cat. So you were playing with your daughter this morning, and she made you look like a kitty cat?
Yes. I was actually was working a lot of the morning. It wasn't even, she just was upstairs. Like, Dad, I want to make you a kitty cat. And so I went upstairs, and she did, and then I went back downstairs. It was very businesslike. Yeah.
Man. Mm-hmm. See, one time Charlie said, Daddy, I want to make you a kitty cat. And I was like, okay. And he meticulously glued each little piece of fur all over me, like actual cat fur. I don't know where he got it, but he one piece at a time meticulously glued them all over my entire body with permanent super glue. And
oh my God.
And I never got it off. And I was a kitty cat for the rest of my life. It was weird.
And when did you die?
I passed away in 2007. It was, I believe, August 2007.
All right.
And I remember my last words were, and scene.
Okay. Well, how did you die? What happened?
Syphilis. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm laughing at that. That's horrible.
Yeah. I mean, it's horrible for you to laugh. I mean, it was painful and unpleasant to die of syphilis.
That's really sad. I'm
dressed
sorry.
up as a kitty cat with.
I didn't know you died. I didn't know that.
I had cat hair glued all over my body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet I still was able to make that final joke. That's how committed I am to comedy.
And then after that, you had a very decent YouTube career.
I really did. I really did. I feel like dying was like one of the best things that happened to my YouTube career. That's what punched it up a notch.
It's also like before Charlie was born.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I know. It's weird how it happens. I don't understand all the ins and outs or the lefts and rights,
Yeah.
Or the forwards and backs. I don't really understand all those things.
Diagonal? What about diagonal?
I don't understand any directions. I don't know what directions are.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. The hand I think you're right-handed, and I think that the hand you write with that's right.
That's my dominant hand, as they say. I was actually I was just teaching Charlie the difference from a dominant hand to what they call an undominant hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is that makes sense that you would call the undominant hand an undominant hand.
Yeah. Just tell them all about that. Listen, you got to teach your kid things.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you remember that Crosby, Stills and Nash song? Teach your kid things. They want to learn some things.
Crosby, which Crosby is that?
That's Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby was in Crosby, Stills and Nash. I thought Bing Crosby was earlier than
it was Bing Crosby and Whiskey Stills and Nash Bridges, the other Don Johnson show.
Wait, a show?
Yeah.
Was part of that band.
Yeah. That's correct.
Did they have like a TV playing the show?
Yeah.
While they performed?
Very distracting when you listen to the music. You're like, I wish they just turned down Nash Bridges a little bit.
Now, did he have a cat face in that too?
Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah. Huh.
You know why?
We're learning a lot today.
I mean, Don Johnson had permanent cat face. That's why you don't see him that much in movies anymore. You know why? Permanent cat face.
But I've seen him in movies, and he did not have cat face.
Well, they cover it up with makeup.
Oh, okay. So they don't hire him for movies because of all the makeup budget they would have.
It does increase the budget. I'm just so glad that you understand the movie industry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the end of this episode of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. We hope that you've enjoyed it. And I want to apologize to everybody if I was a little too aggressive toward Craig. Listen, it's the Tux, it's Bulgaria, it's Bill Cosby, it's all those things. It just kind of
Nash Bridges
put me in a mood, you know. And also, his whiskers are not the correct angle. Your whiskers are all at a weird angle. They should be starting.
Are you insulting my daughter's work?
Out. Yes, she did not do a good job. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Happy 2023, everybody. And we'll see you next week, or hear you, or you'll hear us. I'm not sure how podcasts work.
They'll hear us. We don't hear them.
Okay, maybe speak for yourself.
Wait, so you hear them?
Yeah, they're laughing right now. Bye, everybody.
That's not them. That's not them.
No,
that's not what you hear.
Okay.
No.